Ray, yes, sir. What is your question?
So for a grade strike, how are we supposed to recite a grade strike?
You're supposed to record
Grade strike.
yourself and then send it in.
So record it, send it in, and you'll be good to go. Okay? And then Miss Chandra, we're answering you right now. We're sending you a message, so you're good. And I'm looking for Grayson on here, and I don't see him. Oh, there he is.
Can you go get the iPad ready? And I'll do that. Okay. Miss Charlie, yes.
Tomorrow I'm gonna go get the new Trolls 2.
Oh, that's super cool.
It's gonna be super exciting.
Ray, I see you. Yes, sir. You're gonna have to unmute yourself, and then don't mute yourself again. I'll do that. Otherwise, I won't be able to unmute you when I need you to be unmuted. You're still muted, Chief.
So when we're done with the paper, what email do we send it to?
You're gonna send it to the same email that you guys got a couple of weeks ago to email your papers in for your fitness. So I will put that in the chat again for you all so that you are able to look at it again, and then you guys will be all set. Ah, oopsies. Well, Sandra, you have the email twice now. And for everybody else, there you go. Go ahead and cut attention. Bow courtesy. And position. Student creed. Ready and go. How about myself, physically and mentally? And Latin proposition, go. There's no Latin proposition in the beginning of class. You can jump in. Oh, you still got it. All right. What I need you guys to do, remember today is sparring-esque. So a lot of moving. A lot of moving. First, you're going to start with your legs. Your feet are on your legs, so yes. You're going to do 10. Ooh, 3. 3 sets of 3. So all the way around on your 4 corners is 3. As counts as 1, you're going to do that 3 times. So you're going to be here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, sir. And then you got to do that 2 more times. Ready and go. So again, make sure you guys go around. So you got to do the 4 walls 3 times total. So hopefully you guys did that. Wick lines. Where did you go? There you are. Is that all of you? Yes, it is. All right, now you guys are going to do drop squats. You don't have to necessarily have your legs dip out and in. You just need to make sure that you're really trying to explode up. So you're just going to be here. You're going to drop and then hop. So these are going to be fast squats, fast. And again, you're not necessarily going as low. You're not necessarily going all the way here. When you do them, you're just going that 90, then hopping back up. It's not a full jump, it's just a little push. Ready and go. When I get comfortable yet.
Huh?
And I didn't give you a number, so you're going until I can feel your leg burn from over here. Miss Charlie, this better be a question.
Again?
What?
Can you say that again?
It's a drop squat. You guys are going to go until my legs are tired.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know, Mr. Shankwaller's I'm starting to feel his legs get tired, so I might consider it. But I need to see Kira looking really tired. And then I'll definitely be ready to stop.
I need a wage card too.
Oh no, but Morgan's full of energy, so you guys can keep going. Just keep it going. Thank you, Morgan, for that burst of energy coming through. Ready and time. All right, your last one. You're gonna mix push-ups and mountain climbers together. You're gonna mix push-ups and mountain climbers together. Hiya! So how that's gonna work? I'm gonna be in push-up position. Every push-up has 1 mountain climber to it. So I'm gonna go push-up, 1, 2, push-up, 1, 2, push-up, 1, 2. So 10 total of our push-up climbers. Ready and go. A new challenger has arrived. A new challenger has arrived. I believe that is everyone. When you're done, you should be standing up. Okay, those four corners that you have, or again, my main mental image that I want you guys really getting used to is your box, being inside of a box, where when we're talking forms, the front of the box is typically where the chest is facing because of how the forms move, and the side of the box is where. Oh, sorry, I have to say the other part. In combinations, the front of the box will be where your front side is facing. So, you're in your box. You have forward, backwards. I like to go with my actual left hand, not necessarily where the left is. But left side, right side, it probably looks like I'm saying right side and left side for you guys, but it doesn't really matter. You guys are going to be here. You're going to review your combos with a direction and a number. So if I say karate combination left, you're going to turn left and then do karate combination. And then you're going to go back to the middle of your box. If I say taekwondo, number 4, back, you're going to turn to the back and you're going to do that taekwondo, number 4, so on and so forth. All right? So go ahead and get set. Oh, my ear popped. Karate combination. Ray. 1 second. Yes, sir.
What if you don't know combination?
If you don't know one of the combinations that we called, you're going to do the same thing that we've been doing all week for everybody. You're going to do your combo set. So if for my high blues or my low reds that might not have learned Taekwondo 5 through 8 and American Taekwondo 1 through 4, you guys are going to do 5 through 8 of American Taekwondo. Kira, is your hand up, or are you doing the princess wave? Your hand is up. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
What did you say?
Which combination? She missed the combination.
Which combination?
I haven't said any combinations yet.
That's why you missed it.
All right, set to the front. Saya. All right, we're going to start with our own American Taekwondo number 5. To the left. Ready and go. Oh, man, that's going to be real tricky for you guys. So remember, for these first 2, once you set to your direction, technically you're going to go a different direction to do the combination because they're laterals. So this one's really going to make sure you guys know which leg is supposed to step back. And reset. Always reset back to the front or where your camera is. American Taekwondo number 6. To the right, wherever your right is. Ready, go. You can switch now if you want. Miss Charlie, yes.
What number of combo did you say?
Number 6 of American Taekwondo.
Okay.
All right, American Taekwondo number 7 to the front. Go. American Taekwondo number 8 to the back. Go. Ooh, those kicks shouldn't be below the belt, though. All of you are in level 2. Karate combination number 1. Ready and go. Oh, I didn't give you directions. Sorry. Karate combination number 1 to the left. Ready, go. Karate number 2 to the right. Go. Karate number 3 to the front. Go. Karate number 4 to the back. Go. American Karate number 5. Oh, sorry, they jumped ahead. Karate combination number 5 to the left. Go. Number 6 to the right. Go. Karate combination number 7 to the left. Go. Number 8 to the front. Go. Don't kick the camera. Some of you guys forgot your back leg round kick. Remember it's front punch, back leg round, reverse side, back punch. All right, jumping up. American Karate, number 1 to the back. Go. American Karate, number 2 to the left. Go. So number 2 is not the blocks. Number 2 is the attack towards the block. So it should be that side, back punch, back leg round, reverse back fist, back ridge hand. Number 3 to the right. Ready, go. Number 4 to the front. Go. Front punch, back leg, low front, high round, reverse side, back ridge hand. All right, now you guys are on your blocks. We're going to do these a little bit different now. Set to the left. Wherever your left is, probably that way. All right, you're going to do 5 and 6 on the same side. And then you're going to turn and do 7 and 8 on the same side. So if you guys are watching me really fast, thank you, Mr. Scott, for keeping your eyes on your target. You're going to be here. I'm going to do number 1. And then I'm going to switch my feet. Then I'm going to do number 6. Then I'm going to turn. I'll do number 7. And then I'll do number 8. Once I'm done, I'm going to go to relaxed position. Correct? 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Ready and go. Soon as you're all done, you're at relaxed position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving on. All right, now you're going to alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to stay on your right. 5, 6, 7, 8. So Taekwondo number 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it there. Then you're going to do 5, 6, 7, 8. My high blue belts, you probably don't know Taekwondo 1 through 8 at all. So you are just going to redo American Taekwondo 5, 6, 7, and 8. My high red belts, you should know all 8 of these because you're testing into level 3. All right, go ahead and set. Ready and go. Move it all the way to the right.
I guess he doesn't have a question.
It sounds like he's lagging behind. So he's probably getting delayed. You know what I'm saying? And because they're doing 1 through 8, if you guys finish, you need to do 5 through 8 2 times. Again, once you're done, go to relaxed position. All right, looks like our high reds are almost done. And I'm calling it now and time. Okay, only my high blue belts should know these next combinations. Low reds and above, you guys were here for both sections of these, in theory. Yes, not in theory. All of you should be here, been here for both of these. You're going to do all of American Taekwondo, 1 through 8. So the jumps, 1 through 4, plus the long number 8, and then number 5 again. Number 5, 6, 7, 8 again. Ready and go.
You tell me to stand up.
Mr. John, you need to stop making faces at your camera. All right, when you're done, you need to go get your notebooks and pens with your 3 goals on them, and then come back and be sitting down or something, or kneeling. Not maxing and relaxing, though.
Should be 4:45.
All right, the last bit before I turn you guys over. With those 3 goals, you have 2 tasks. Yes, Miss Veda, give me 1 second. Nope, you can't be talking because I can't hear you. Now you can talk.
What goals?
Their martial arts goal, your school goal, and your personal goal. The ones we did last week or earlier this week. Oh, it was last week, actually. All right, you guys are going to write down 2 things for each of, well, yes, 2 things for each of those goals. First thing you need to write down is what is going to be the reward at the end of that goal's journey. So the black belt one is pretty simple. It's your black belt. Maybe it's your black belt plus some skills that you've gained along the way. What's going to be the result of you getting those grades? Is it going to help you be able to get into a higher level class your next semester? Or is it going to be able to, for any of you, those that are near 8th grade, is it going to make applying to a high school, if you are going to a high school that needs an application? There are some that are like that. Is that going to make your chances of getting in easier? Your personal goal is really just, that's for you. So if it's something like, I really wanted to learn to play the guitar because I really like the guitar and I think that'd be neat, that's an okay outcome for you learning to play the guitar. Maybe it's something deeper. Maybe somebody with the guitar has a special connection with you. Whatever. you're going to write down the 3 main rewards from those goals. And then like we talked about, the daily disappointments and struggles, you're going to write down what are some main struggles that can happen and how are you going to overcome them. You guys should be familiar with these questions from your goal setting sheet. So what are some main struggles with each of those goals? And what is your plan to overcome them? Not a very general, oh, I'm going to tough it out. That's not a plan. Obviously, if you guys are in martial arts and you're trying to be black belts, our expectation of you is to, yes, if it's tough, you just tough it out. That's like the baseline expectation. I want a detailed plan. When I am having trouble playing the guitar and I want to give it up, I'll give myself a 10-minute break and then I'll come back and try that chord again. Or if I'm having a hard time studying for the test, I'm just not feeling like I can focus, I'm going to give myself 5 minutes to recollect my thoughts, and then I'm going to come back to, it needs to be a specific plan of action, not a general, I'm just going to believe in the heart of the cards or whatever. That's not going to work. You guys will have 30 seconds. Yes, Miss Charlie?
Is it like if you have a plan or something?
Is what like if you have a plan or something?
Like if like you like want to do something.
Are you asking me, are you making a plan for these struggles?
Yeah.
Yes, sir? You got to
Yes,
say,
sir.
oh, thank you, Charlie. Yes, you're making a plan for these struggles that you might encounter.
All right. All right.
And you got 10 more seconds, and then you got to jump back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you guys didn't finish, I encourage you to finish this on your own. Just like sparring, if I know exactly what my opponent, my struggle, is going to do and how I can overcome it, then beating them is not going to be a really big deal. All right, and spread back out. Set your notebooks off to the side. And set to the left. Set, go. All right, American Taekwondo, number 5. American Taekwondo, number 5. Lateral ridge, hook kick, back fist, ridge hand. The leg in front. Remember, the front of our box is the one closest to our target when we're in combinations. That leg goes half the distance of the arc. So here, half the way around the clock. And then we do our combination facing the camera. Ready and go. And turn. Number 5 again. Lateral ridge, hook kick, back fist, ridge hand. Ready and go. Miss Charlie, you should be doing American Taekwondo number 5. No, you got to finish it later. All right, number 6. Number 6. Lateral round kick, back fist, back punch, ridge hand, round kick. The round kick sandwich. Ready and go. And turn. And go. Remember to try to keep those kicks up. I see the weak lines have them at where they're supposed to be. Mr. Cody, very nice. And set to left. Number 7. And just a reminder, just because you're home doesn't mean that when you are done with your combo that you suddenly get close to your camera and start looking at it. The same discipline that you're supposed to have here, you have at home as well. So you guys need to stay on your feet until you're told otherwise or until your class is over. Number 7. Ready and go. Lateral ridge hand, hook kick, back punch. I said lateral, but I meant fade. Fade ridge hand, hook kick, back punch. And turn. Number 7 on this side. Fade ridge, hook kick, back punch. Ready and go. Turn. Number 8. Fade side, hook round, front punch, back punch. All 3 kicks need to look like all 3 different kicks. Ready and go. And turn. On this side, number 8. Ready and go. Miss Charlie.
What's the fade side?
A fade side kick is when you lean back and do a side kick.
Ew.
And turn. All right, set towards the camera. Now you guys are going to do all 8. Technically, this should look like it's counterclockwise, and this is clockwise. Well, whatever it looks like, you're going to do one clockwise version, and you're going to switch sides and do one counterclockwise. So I'll set here. Remember, because I'm set here, part of this is having to remember that this back foot goes half the distance of the clock. So that I'll be starting here, but my combination will technically have to go here. And then when I turn over here, the next one will end up going to the camera. But then everything goes back to normal once I'm facing the back. I just do my fade, hook, back punch, and then I'll set over here. Fade side, hook round, front punch, back punch. Once you make it back to the beginning, you switch your feet and you do it all over again. Ready and go. Well, I know nobody's kicking below their belt, right? Because that was something you would be acceptable in level 1, but not in level 2. When you're done, go to relaxed position. Nice looking round kick down. didn't know. I know you guys are done and standing at relaxed position. And come back in here. Take a seat. So the two last things you guys have to talk about are showing respect and your playground manners, which are intertwined. Intertwined. Obviously, showing respect means that knowing what is right is not the same as doing what is right. So, go clean your room. I know I have to clean my room. If you knew that, I wouldn't be telling you. How many of you guys have ever heard that before? Or how many of you guys have ever said that before? Okay. That's the thing. If you know that it's supposed to be clean and you don't go clean it, and then somebody has to tell you to clean it, they don't know that you know that. Your playground manners is applying to any of my siblings, anybody that's on equal playing field. So there is an obvious or an expected respect that's supposed to be between hierarchy, your teachers and students, your the police and you. There's that expectation of respect. But the same thing has to be there with your peer group, so your siblings. You guys have to be showing respect to each other, even though you're both brother and sister, even though you might be the same age, even though you might be in the same class, even though you might, any equal level, even though you might be the same belt in class, that doesn't change the fact that you should still be showing each other respect. You don't suddenly stop doing that, oh, well, they're my brother, so it's okay. No, it's not. That's not the way that works. So, showing respect in playground manners just means that you're making sure that you're demonstrating your knowledge of the things that you're supposed to be showing respect on, and that you're keeping your respect even with those that are of equal power to you or on the equal playing field. All right, go ahead and stand up. All right. Your last explosive drill. This is a drill of impossibility. What I mean by that is I'm going to give you a task that I am not expecting you to be able to accomplish, but you are going to make the effort nonetheless. It's the same principle as pursuing perfection. Nobody's ever going to be perfect. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't pursue it because it's nothing that you'll be able to ever grasp. It's in your pursuit of that you become one of the best versions of yourself that you can be. So, you guys are going to have (1 minute, 60 seconds) to get 100 front punches. 100 front punches. Now, that means that at best you can do 2 front punches a second. 1, 2, 3. And you're hitting that there, but you're probably going to get tired. Or you're throwing 1 punch every second, which still means you're probably not going to beat my goal. If you find yourself beating your goal, I would really recommend you're reviewing how you're counting your punches. Unless you're just throwing 3 punches a second, and I don't mean like this, ha 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 ha. I mean, they've got to be full length out and back punches. Your goal is to get as close to 100 as you can in the next minute. So go ahead and set. On your mark, get set, and go. All the way out and back. All the way out and back. Make sure that that hand is going out to your face and back. And this is just with one hand, with one hand. One hand, not 2 hands. One hand. 30 seconds left. So for you guys that are still punching with 2 hands, it's only 1 arm punching. Not 2 hands, just 1. 15 seconds. Get ready to throw your other hand. Hopefully you're not too tired. And time. Other hand is going to come up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Other hand. As close to 100 as you can get. I'm going to give you guys some goals to go after because I see who is destroying right there. That's your goal. You need to be trying to look like that. Minus looking at yourself in the camera, though. Ooh, I like the way that Mr. Wickline is bringing his hand back to his face. "20 seconds. "10 seconds. "5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, now, what you guys are going to do is the same thing with your legs. We can't leave out the legs. So you need to be kicking as if your leg is on a spring. So there only should be a delay maybe between each kick once you're tired, but in the beginning, I should be here, and I should be kick, 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 kick. That means I'm forcibly bringing my foot to the ground, and I'm forcibly putting it back out again. I'm not just kicking and then relaxing it down. I'm kicking and bringing it back to the spot I need it at myself. So what the kick you do is totally up to you. It can be a front kick, side kick, hook kick, round kick. Doesn't really matter. Your goal is to try and get as close to 100 as close to 100 as you can in the next minute, starting right now. Please don't kick each other. And again, it's only one leg. So even if you were doing 2 legs, you would be doing twice the amount of work. Where are your hands at? Oh, and if your kicks aren't going to where they're expected to, those kicks don't count. So if you just threw a bunch of kicks, for example, to your knee, those kicks don't count for anything. So you missed at least a good chunk of seconds by kicking lower than your expectation. 10 seconds. And time. Get your other leg ready. Ready and go. Ooh, I like this effort right here. Keep going, keep going. Getting that leg to where it's supposed to with a target help from Dad. Now I just got to keep those hands up. If you're feeling it in your hips, good. You still have 20 more seconds. And time. All right, hands on your back. And black belt creed. As a dedicated student of the martial arts, I live my life by the principles of black belt: modesty, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit. Latin proposition. 3rd, Mile High Karate is the best. Alpha. If you guys have not received your gray stripe because you have not turned it in yet, you need to be getting those turned in by the end of tonight. meaning you've got to take the picture of the sheet and you have to send in a video of you saying it. You can do that via email, or if the email isn't working, you can do it via text. The text number is a school number, 303-280-1839. I would prefer that you guys sent it to email if you had to send it anywhere. Other than that, you should have your first black stripe. You should have your 6 total attitude stripes from the homework that you've been doing. If you've emailed in at least 2 completed sheets, you should have 6 total stripes already. If you haven't emailed in any of your homework, then you don't have any stripes for it. You have to be trying to get those in. Over the next week, you're going to have more leniency than you probably have ever had with getting your homework turned in because of the turn of events and how everything turned out. But once this cycle ends and this becomes the normality, at least for however, that leniency is going to disappear. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I didn't get it turned in on Thursday. That means I can't test. You don't have to worry about that this time because of how everything played out. But once the new cycle starts, that's not going to work the same way because then this will have become normal, at least until it becomes unnormal again. So again, any homework, it needs to be a completed sheet. You need to email it in to the email address that I put in the chat, and I'll put in the chat again. Your gray stripe paper should be done, and that needs to be emailed in as well to the same email with a video of you saying it. So somebody can be recording you, and we're going to put you guys on the honor system. We'll trust you that you're not reading it off like a cue card or something like that. Email that in. For the black stripes, for those of you guys that had to do tests and makeup tests, obviously your black stripe isn't on your belt because some of you did your makeup test this week. It'll probably be in your envelope with your stripes if you have any homework. So for example, Charlie, your black stripe from your retest is on your envelope back there on the window. Other than that, if you're somehow missing your black stripe next week, then you're just going to have to earn both of them in one go, meaning that you're going to have to hope you've been doing your practice and practice everything and tested so that you can get both in one solid run. I'll answer some questions really quickly. Leadership, you need your notebooks and your pens. Mr. Ray, what do you need?
Never mind. So
Okay.
I just realized I did test.
Okay.
Using my card.
Miss Charlie, what do you need?
I did get your guys' card that you guys gave me,
Oh, good.
and I saw you guys draw a picture of punching. I saw that.
Very nice. All right, Master Club, you guys are dismissed. Veda, oh, you don't have a question? Okay. Devin, are you raising your hand, or are you just... You can't talk yet because I haven't unmuted you. Yes, now go.
Did I get my black stripe or...
It should be on its way in the mail. If it's not, I already have your card marked down, so whether it's on your belt or not, you'll be fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, you guys are on your last chapter, the Law of Legacy. We're jumping ahead to finish out. The Law of Legacy, chapter 21. Again, chapter 21, the Law of Legacy. A leader's lasting value is measured by what they leave behind. If you don't want to write down what they leave behind, then the long version of that is succession. For those of you that know how to spell succession and understand that word, which is basically what's left behind, or what precedes you. Not what precedes you, what proceeds you. A leader's value is measured by what they leave behind. So as the little quib says, your legacy, or legacy is what is left behind by you. So some really simple examples are kids are the legacy of their parents. And technically, you all are all the legacy of your forefathers. Your very first, all the way back to the very first human ancestor that survived to have kids, and then survived to have kids, and survived to have kids, and survived to have kids, all the way up to the end of the family tree where you guys are. You're that legacy. Any black belt that comes after a teacher is that teacher's legacy. Any student that leaves a classroom and goes on and uses the knowledge that a teacher in school has taught them, that's that teacher's legacy. Ultimately, any good teacher or mentor or parent, anybody that's a good leader, because all those things, all those positions or marks in life are looking for one thing, and that is they want to have left something good behind. The goal of a really good martial arts instructor isn't to be the coolest martial arts instructor that there ever was. Their goal is to train the next generation to be better than they were, so that when they're gone, they know that the art that they were teaching is in good hands and is going to be carried on generation past generation. The goal of your parents probably isn't for you guys to be as good as them and to live as well as they are. That's like the first stage. It's to live even better than they are. Any teacher doesn't want you guys to show up to class, sit down, and get good grades and just regurgitate stuff back to them and then leave and never think about it again. They want you to really be inspired to want to learn things, to thrive off of education, so that when you leave, you have a desire to learn, because then when you have that desire, there's the hope that you're going to pass that desire on to somebody else. So there's a couple of ways as a leader to develop your leadership legacy, and that's what the title is going to be called, Developing Your Leadership Legacy. Number one, first, you have to know the legacy you want to leave. Number one is you have to know the legacy you want to leave. Her last name is Irwin. Oh, you already did. No, that's Arya. Dylan Irwin. This is kind of a cool quote. It says, your life is a book. The title page is your name, the preface, your introduction to the world. The pages are a daily record of your efforts, trials, pleasures, discouragements, and achievements. Day by day, your thoughts and acts are being inscribed in your book of life. Hour by hour, the record is being made that must stand for all time. Once the word fine must be written, let it then be said of your book that it is a record of noble purpose, general service, and work well done. Essentially, a lot of philosophy and religion can be tied to the same ideology of, at the end of it all, your existence on this planet should have made the world a better place. You don't want to go down as some of the well-known but not very cared for people because of the terrible things that they wrought through the world. You want to be remembered even in the small scope of your own world, your family members, your co-workers, things like that. You want to be remembered as somebody that did good and made life easier for those around them, not somebody that made life hard and they were difficult and God, every time they were around, they were just a horrible person. That's not the kind of legacy that you would want to leave. And really, race, creed, martial art, none of that should have any kind of bearing on wanting to be a good person by the time your life ends, whenever that may come. Number 2, after you know what legacy you want to leave, you have to live the legacy you want to leave. You have to live the legacy you want to leave. The same thing with showing respect. It's not enough to know what you're supposed to do. You have to be living that example. If I want to leave a legacy of hard work, then I have to be a hardworking person. If I want to leave a legacy of honesty and telling the truth, then I have to be an honest and truthful person. So as a leader especially, whether it be a teacher, a parent, what have you, you have to be living the thing that you want to leave behind. Number three, choose who will carry on your legacy. Choose who will carry on your legacy. I have no idea who Wyatt and Mac are.
Neither do I. You know who Wyatt and Mac are?
So choose who you carry on your legacy. So kind of by default, kids, you are destined to carry on your parents' legacy. But teachers, we talk about this in the earlier chapters when we talk about the top 20%. Those are the ones that you want to be carrying on your legacy with. As great as it would be to be able to have everybody carry on that thing, and sometimes you have unsung heroes that you don't know that you've touched that are going to carry on your legacy regardless, you want to be focusing on those who are engaged in making an effort to begin with. The students or the people that they're seeking you out to get this information. Because just like if I was in a relay race and I know that the only way that our team is going to win the race is for this person right here to carry that baton all the way over to that finish line, I can't give it to somebody with shaky hands. So as a good leader, I have to be very careful who I'm giving my knowledge to, in the hopes that that person is going to carry on, not only just and keep doing what I'm doing, but expand on it and make it better. And the last one that you guys have time for, make sure you pass the baton. Easy enough. That means that you can't be keeping your information. I hated the idea of old school martial artists talking about they're going to keep some of their secrets. I think that's dumb. If you're a teacher, you're not trying to hold anything back, because when you go, when it's your last day, you can't take that stuff with you. So any knowledge, any information, any help you can give on to somebody else, that should be your goal, is just giving it away to anybody that would take it. All right, level 2, you guys are dismissed. Level basic, you guys are going to get started in just a second. So go ahead and start getting ready. Level 2, I'm going to start. If you guys have any questions, please just type your questions in, and then I'll respond to them that way.
Dun, dun, dun. Good to see you, beginner class. Good to see you, all my white tops. Glad you guys are here.